Let me show you all of the camera pro mode settings in POCO M8 Pro 5G. First of all, we'll need to open a camera app on our device. From here, navigate all the way to the right where you can find a pro mode. Now we can see the entire HUD for the pro mode. So let's start from the top and go to the bottom. So first thing in the top left corner is a flash. This is a standard feature that allows you to turn on and off a flash. Then we have this arrow. From here you will find also a standard options for your camera, like auto exposure settings that you can switch between the center weighted, frame average, and also spot meter, set it to spot metering. This is only option here unique to the pro mode. So you can adjust it here however you like. You can also change the aspect ratio, but based on the few different settings that we'll be adjusting later, this may change depending on them. So we also have a timer, which is standard, time burst, which allows you to take many photos by holding a shutter button. This is a burst photos function. Then we have the watermark that you can add or remove from your photos, and finally the main settings for the camera. I've made other videos explaining all of the camera settings on its own, so you can watch it if you like. In this video I will focus only on the pro mode. So next things on the right are here we have megapixels for our camera that we can switch between 12.5 and 50, and the difference is that in 12.5 you can switch to different aspect ratios, and you can also use a higher zoom. If you go for 50 megapixels, the maximum zoom will be 1 or 0.6 panoramic, but it also disables the entire megapixels things, so it's not tied to 50. We also have the image format that we can switch from JPG to RAW, so you can pick whichever one you like as well. Now let's move to the bottom. On this section you'll be able to click on this option, which allows you to adjust the filters for your camera. You can adjust the contrast, cold and warm tint. You can also change cyan and magenta tint, adjust the saturation and sharpness. If you don't like those filters, just reset them to default with this arrow right there. Then we have the zoom. You can switch to panoramic view or one-time zoom. And finally right here we also have filters, so you can apply any preset filter that you like to your photo and adjust its intensity right here, or change it to the original. Now the good stuff about the pro mode is down here. So we have evaluation, which allows you to adjust the brightness of your photo. So this changes on how much light is caught to the camera, and this also applies changes the shadow option. So you can put it on 0 to get it balanced, move to the right to increase the brightness, and move to the left to decrease the brightness and make a photo more shadowy. So we're gonna put it on 0 for the balanced option. Next thing is the shutter speed or aperture, however you want to call it. This allows you to change the time amount for the camera lens to remain open when taking a photo. So if you put it all the way left to the left, your photos will be dark, and this is barely usable if you want to use it like that. So instead I would recommend to just go to the right until your photo brightens enough so that you are satisfied, or just go for a default option on this blue mark right, white mark right here. Now as I said, what it does, it tells you on how long your camera will remain open after clicking on the shutter button, and for that much time the camera lens will catch light from the outside to make the photos brighter. But if you put it on something like this, which will have it remained for 4 seconds, and you move your phone during the process of taking photo, during those 4 seconds your photos will be blurry. So if you want to use something above this default mark, I would recommend to have a camera holder and just have your phone as stable as possible if you're planning on using those options. Then there is ISO. This also adjusts the brightness of your photos. I like to leave it at 50. It also leaves shutter also leaves evaluation off. So if you're planning on changing that, then the evaluation will be off. Sorry for that. ISO, I would put it on 50 and adjust the shutter speed to my liking to adjust the brightness of my photos. I don't like to change the ISO to the higher levels. I think the photos look bad that way. So I would, as I said, I would recommend to put it on 50 and then compensate brightness by changing the shutter speed. There's a white balance. And here you'll be able to switch the bluish and whitish tone for your photos. You can put it on automatic, and I think that works the best. It's very good when you just have it on automatic. Focus is the same thing. If you really want, you can adjust your focus manually using the slider, but if you don't have any experience with taking photos, then I would just recommend to put it on auto. The only two options that I recommend to change is, as I said, shutter speed, depending if you have a camera holder or not, and the ISO. And now finally, when we have our settings adjusted, there's also option that allows us to save presets, so we can open our presets anytime that we like. And you can do it by clicking on this arrow right here. Then you can save it to any preset by clicking on this plus button. Just add it to the different name, and then you can use it as a preset. Just open it anytime with the settings that you've adjusted. So that is all of the settings when it comes to Camera Pro mode. Thanks so much for watching, and if you like this video, please consider subscribing.